Nintendo 3DS is one of my favorite handhelds of all time. There's so many great retail titles for it, but there's also a lot of great fantastic indie games for it. Now, my stance on indie games has always been that who cares how much they cost. Even if they're less than retail games, that doesn't mean in terms of gameplay they're less than retail games, just in price. And that's why today I'm going to be giving you guys my personal 5 favorite indie games that you can get right now for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, I should mention as a disclaimer, these are games that I've played and owned before. So if there's a game I didn't mention that you think should be on this list, perhaps I never played it before. Number 1. Mutant Mudds. Mutant Mudds was one of my very first indie games I purchased for my original Nintendo 3DS, and boy did I love it. The classic 2D platformer just screamed polish. The game was designed with the 3DS in mind, and it focused on the 3D effect by allowing the player to jump between the background and the foreground in the gameplay. You play as a boy named Maxwell who's trying to destroy the evil Mutant Mud invaders. Mutant Mudds is fantastic, and I recommend it to anyone who wants to get their classic platformer fix on the 3DS. Fair warning though, the music will get stuck in your head, it's really darn catchy. Number 2. Mighty Switch Force. Mighty Switch Force was another earlier game in the 3DS library. The game was made by the fine folks over at WayForward, and it's a very simple platformer that's a lot of fun. You play as a lady cyborg named Patricia Wagon, who's after her escaped convicts. You can run, shoot, and switch on and off certain blocks to solve puzzles throughout the game. The switching block mechanic is one of the biggest puzzle mechanics in this game, and it plays very well with the 3DS's 3D effect. If you want a nice simple platformer to play on the bus or while in transit, I'd highly recommend this one. Number 3. Gunman Clive. Gunman Clive originally came out on mobile, but then was later ported over to the 3DS, and I'm so glad it was. Gunman Clive just works so well on the 3DS, it even sold more on this platform than it did on mobile. The game has a unique art style to it that makes it look like a sketch drawing. In terms of gameplay, it feels very much like a classic Mega Man game. You play as a cowboy named Gunman Clive who's trying to rescue Mayor Johnson's daughter from the evil thugs that kidnapped her. Along your journey, you'll find new weapons and power-ups that will help you save the damsel in distress. I'd highly recommend you check out this 2D action side-scroller. Number 4. SteamWorld Dig. SteamWorld Dig is a 2D action adventure game that has you play as a miner named Rusty. Rusty is given the deed to his long-lost uncle's mine and finds himself in the mining town of Tumbleton. Throughout the game, you're tasked with mining your uncle's mine, collecting valuable jewels for upgrades, all while avoiding enemies in the mine. Elements in the mine are also randomized with every playthrough, providing a brand new experience every time. Number 5. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is probably one of the most well-known indie games on the 3DS. As the title suggests, the game stars a knight called Shovel Knight, a knight skilled in the swift combat skills of chivalry. While traveling with his beloved Shield Knight inside the Tower of Fate, a cursed amulet takes over Shield Knight and locks away Shovel Knight outside the tower. The gameplay is inspired by classic 8-bit titles you've come to know and love from the NES era. Shovel Knight is a 2D side-scroller that plays very similar to DuckTales for the NES. Rather than using a cane like Scrooge McDuck, Shovel Knight uses a shovel. Throughout the game, you'll take on different enemies and unlock new power-ups on your journey to be reunited with Shield Knight. And those were my top 5 favorite indie games on the Nintendo 3DS. I often get asked by viewers what games they should check out on the 3DS that are cheaper than retail titles, and this is usually the top 5 games I recommend to you guys, so this is why I made this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you guys did and want to help me out, give the video a like and share it with your friends, as it really helps my channel grow. Here are 2 videos I recently worked on. One of them is the beta history of Splatoon, and the other is my channel trailer that explains what this channel is all about in case this is the first time you watch one of my videos. If you want to follow me off of YouTube like on Twitter and Facebook, or if you just want to support my work on Patreon, I'll have links to both of those in the description below. Thank you all very much for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.